Fire Escape Academy Inspector Training Video. Here we are in Newark, New Jersey. We have several things. Standard fire escape with blockage and razor wire and all kinds of things. We have ladders to the roof with chains on them so that you can't even get this down and use it in any way, broken ladders. And we got a basement. We got a basement one here so that somebody has to use that. Firemen have to use this ladder or this staircase, or the people getting out of the basement, if that's an office or whatever it may be, they need to come up this way.
No.
So
This is the ticket office, right?
I did. The front, I did.
What is this here?
This is the office, but you need tickets?
No, I was just wondering.
No,
Just the
this
back
is-
of the ticket
yeah,
office.
this is the-
Okay.
So looking down, guys, look at the clips up here. Do you see any rust on the clips?
Yep.
Right there on that clip. On the stairs, you see any change of hardware?
No.
If you all come over here, you can actually see, looking straight down, how the rivets are gone. The bolts that hold up the whole staircase.
Right here. It's not.
Okay, now look at down. When you wiggle that whole thing, look how it wiggles down at the bottom.
Yeah, so that means that's down there.
So is this an imminent danger?
Imminent, yep. And also they have the padlock on the gate.
And there's a padlock on the gate.
Exactly. That's
Okay, so, but even if they say, well, that's just storage down there. Okay, let's say that is just storage. Is this still an imminent danger?
yes.
For who?
For the person that's down there doing
For the
storage,
firefighter.
that's the firefighter.
For the firefighter. Let's look up. This way. Is this an imminent danger for the firefighter?
Yes.
Why?
The chain is locked.
Chain is locking it.
Plus it's all
Broken-
bent up and
broken
so
bars.
Some of them.
Right? So that's imminent danger here. Okay, now let's look at this one. Got razor wire, which sometimes in some states razor wire is no longer allowed unless it's up at a certain height. I don't know if that's the case, but we got razor wire all down here. Could children come here and cut themselves with this razor wire?
Yes.
So is this an imminent danger issue? Okay, a life safety issue? There's a chain that's happening here. Somebody's got this chain stuff happening here. Is this allowed?
No.
Chains, okay. I don't see a dog or anything in here, so let's go in here for a second. Let's get up close to this fire escape. Is this allowed?
No. Oh, no.
All right, so now,
Wow.
the fact that we have a beautiful fire escape here, we have a lot of things wrong with it. This is great. Look at this, guys. Let me show you what rust and iron and cement does. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that is.
You don't normally get to see this, but this is what happened when you have porous cement feeding water to this,
Not even connected anymore. See?
right? And all of this, it all rusts and all grows in spalls and splits. So what's happening in this one? You think it's happening in this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So now, can you load test this the way it is?
No.
All right. Now let's get underneath. Let's get underneath this here. You see any rust buildup
Yes.
in all these connections.
Yes.
So now you wouldn't be able to normally get up this close. Look at all the bolts. Any bolts missing?
Yes.
These original hardware. Okay. See the rust up there
Both are missing here too.
on the rails.
See right here.
Look at all the bulges. Yep, bolts are missing. Yep,
Oh, and the
cement,
brick right there.
cement smashed. So is this now
That's an imminent
a
hazard.
yellow or is this going into a red?
That's a red.
Okay, so now you're coming down here. Look at these connections. Look at these connections on the ground. So once it goes red, can you have a little bit more power than a yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot.
So once it's red, it's immediate. You're going to deal with it immediately. Now look at this, guys. This is important.
Oh yeah.
This used to have bolts. It used to, and here's a weld. Please come look at this. Somebody came in here, and they welded this. Instead of changing out the bolts and cleaning it, they just welded it. Now look what happens when you let the rust continue. See how it just tears a weld? And there's another weld here. It's just tore. So it tore the weld on this side, and look at the crazy weld
Right
on
there.
that side. So whenever you see a guy welding a fire escape and never removing the rust, how many years you think it's going to take before that weld snaps again?
2 years.
1 to 2 years,
2 years.
right? If that, because they never remove the rust. Once you put a bolt in there,
So this is probably what they did right here then,
Yep.
right? See, it's nothing there.
right? So instead of rebolting this and cleaning it out and then
Right.
rebolting it, they started welding it in every direction,
Okay.
and they started using
So
welds.
eventually this will go.
Yeah, this is ready to go. There's the bubble weld right there, just to sort of a Band-Aid patch.
They did the same thing over here too. Like
Yep,
they did
look over here. Look at the missing bolts here.
Right.
See the missing bolts there? And these are all original hardware, so very rare do you get this up close to see
That was good.
what
We was
time
able
does
to
to a
get
fire
through it.
escape. Look at this one. Even though this one's solid, you see all the bulging that's now ripping my welds.
They got bolts missing.
So, and somebody comes in here and just rebolts this, is that a satisfactory repair? And never removes the rust?
No.
They must remove the rust. If they don't remove the rust, but they bolted it, It's not a satisfactory repair. You got to remove the original cause of the violation. So this is a life safety issue for who? Who's coming off this roof?
Firefighters.
Is this roof part of the symphony? So people are actually going to jump off some windows up there, onto this roof, over to here,
Yep.
and they're going to come here and do what? Get trapped. They're going to get trapped if this thing is locked and gated. Right. So obviously we got a life safety issue happening. Now, we're going to be dealing with that fire escape over there in a second, guys, right?
Yes.
But if this is part of that building and we have a life safety issue here on an address, is it just this, or is the whole thing a life safety issue
The
now?
whole building.
So if you wish, I don't know who wants to raise the red flag, that this, which is a piece of the Symphony Hall, already has life safety issues. All these things that we just talked about here. Now we're going to go look at the big one right now and see what else we have over there. And let's, from down here, looking straight up at the Symphony. Must be structurally sound, must be kept painted. Has that thing been kept painted?
No.
And it's still an active building as we speak? So perfect. So let's just look from down here, because I don't need you guys climbing fire escapes anymore, right?
Oh no, I never.
Because we're not going to do live load testing anymore. Any evidence of any maintenance on this 50 to 75-year-old structure? You start. Can you see any rusty tears? Can you see any rusty tears on the treads?
Every piece of it.
Now see this huge angle right here. Can you see huge amounts of rust in that angle right there?
Yes.
Is that normal?
No.
All right, let's continue walking. These rusty tears coming down the whole wall. Is that an indication that something's rusting?
Everything inside. Yes.
That it's gotten into the building and it's rusting? So let's keep walking. You don't see any evidence of maintenance here. It's all original hardware still, right? I believe there's two sides to this building, correct?
Yes.
It is.
I took the referral to the building department. They did absolutely nothing. I said, okay, I did my part.
Okay, let's take a look over here. And it looks like this is a new addition to an old structure. Any evidence of maintenance?
None.
Any evidence of rust?
Yes.
Any holes that a child could fall through?
Yep,
Yes.
right there.
Is that an imminent danger?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got something going on here. Let's look at what some new construction looks like. This is fairly new construction, but it's about 20 years old, right?
rusty.
Can you see any rust that's starting to get behind the welded angle here?
Yes.
Now, you have enough knowledge to qualify this, or you need a structural engineer to look at this? Who tells you how?
Structural engineer.
Very good. Look at all the bolts. New galvanized treads. These are what hex heads look like.
Oh, okay.
See, they're six-sided. Okay, and these are fairly new. New gratings, new treads. So we don't have a problem here, but are we going to have a problem on this piece here? See all that rusty tears coming out from the welded piece? This is why. Do you trust welds, or what's the only way for me to nullify this weld?
Load test.
Load test it, or can I pop two new fresh bolts in there and then seal it from above? And do I need a load test after that?
No.
So once I seal the top, clean the rust, and rebolt it back in instead of re-welding, do I need to load test this?
No.
Okay. So let's see what we have here for the rest of the fire. I don't think you can get it. Oh, you can, guys. They left the door open for you. Usually this is a closed door. Can they have this
No.
during any at any time, actually? Because sometimes they close this at any time with or
Shock
with.
this open because it's always locked.
This is a crash bar. This crash bar is broken. Is this functioning or broken?
That's broken.
Life safety issue?
Yes.
Okay, because if this locks, you'll ever get this open?
No.
So let's go look at the old fire escape. Now we don't have to go too far up this fire escape to see things. We've got treads, right? And this is fairly new.
This part here.
You see a broken weld here?
Yep. And bolt missing here.
And bolts missing. So let's go up the treads. This is what holds that whole stringer, guys, right? Is there rust in here?
Yes.
See that? Come and check if I can jam my
This whole
finger.
thing is rusty.
Yeah? Well, you're looking for structural now. Paint job is one thing, structural is another, but an engineer would find these things for you. But now that you're getting a training lesson, is there rust in the clip that's holding up the whole stair?
Yes, because it drips down.
See it?
Yeah.
Is there rust here?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that
Because
normal?
water was able to get through there now.
And water's getting there every day.
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. Is that an imminent hand? Can I hurt myself, or a fireman
Yep.
get trapped in here, or a child? An 8-year-old child would fit through there
Yes.
and fall 15 feet?
And even up there where this is supposed to be that little shed to keep water from,
Yeah,
that's all ate up.
yeah. So look straight up then. If you're concerned about that.
So back to that.
Is that normal to have that much rust
Right back up in the training class, okay?
during so all these need to be load tested. Okay, and we'll just go up a little bit more. Now, if there's a violation written on this, did anybody ever get a report from anybody?
Nope,
Can
I
you
never
see?
did.
Can you see daylight when you look down this connection?
Yes, you can.
Is that normal?
Nope.
See how the
I wrote
rust
this
filled up?
a couple of years ago. Sent it to the building department. I haven't gotten anything.
Well, have you hit on some of the things on this building? Have hit imminent danger status?
Yeah, the hole back there.
How about all that rust?
Yeah, this is disgusting.
Okay. Can temporary repairs be done on this fire escape to make it at least functional until such time that permanent repairs take effect? And it doesn't remove the violation, but it can.
Yeah.
Can you have an
Yeah,
engineer
Yeah, they could
walk
temporarily
through and do some
things.
temporary shoring while
Yeah.
they're figuring out what the next plan is?
Yes.
So there's always a plan, but that plan always has to come through you guys, and you guys never speak with an engineer after you write a violation, do you?
No.
Look at all these bulges. Could the snow and ice pop through here
Yep.
and hurt somebody? All right. So here we are. I mean, we'll go to the other side, but this is Fire Escape Academy inspector training videos. And all original hardware. Do you see any evidence of any changes? This is a 75-year-old structure. Any evidence anywhere of a new bolt? So the only thing that's been holding this whole thing together in its lifetime has been a paint job. It's never seen a refurbishment. And is that normal for a 75-year-old structure never to have refurbishment done to it? So this is all you have to look at. Fire Escape Academy inspector training video, and this is fairly new. This is great. Look how great when it is new. What it means. Oh, by the way, somebody on this one. This is a perfect example. Too lazy to bolt it. They welded it. Can I load test this as is with that weld, or do I now have to put in bolts?
You gotta put in bolts.
Otherwise, you have to load test. But as soon as I pop the bolts that the guy should have done in the first place, but sometimes the stringers, the holes are out of alignment, and when the holes are out of alignment, you know what they do? They put them in and weld it more or less where it should be. But now, can I load test it as is? No, because it's welded, but as soon as I bolt it, I don't need to load test them.
Okay.
So welds, because see, they didn't seal it, so these are getting eaten from the inside, and I can't guarantee them. The only way to guarantee them is with a bolt. This one has bolts, this one doesn't.
Right.
So as soon as I bolt those, these two are now going to be equal because they both have bolts. All right, new grading. You see where the rust is getting in at the inside there?
The fire escapes like this, is it a certain length it has to be, you know?
Nope, this is standard grading, 1 inch apart.
What's this? 1 inch? Okay.
Yeah, and the thickness of the grading is either 1 inch by 3/16, so it's going to be 1.5 inches by 3/16 or
And
quarter.
that's on the stairs and everything?
Yep, everything. Everything's 100 pounds per square foot. So this needs to be addressed. This is a life safety issue
Yeah.
because they probably do this, and this is common when they have a repair that they should have done. What they do is when there's something going on here at the show, they do this. They leave it open. Then somebody here at the end of the day comes and locks
back
it
and
up.
lock, yeah.
But then this also locks your firemen into the place. They can't
Right,
get out.
exactly.
So this is a life safety issue here.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm
Any
shocked
questions?
it's open
Fire
because
escape.
That's always locked.
Any questions? Fire Escape Academy inspector training videos.